Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones daily review for today. Now, as I said yesterday, we were expecting shorts. We got the short. We got back to the 200 EMA, which is this purple moving average, but we have at this stage broken through it, and we closed right on it. As you can see, we closed on the low of that candle. That is always, when a candle closes on its low or on its high, it's always an indication that the strength of that direction is fairly strong. Now, I've got this level drawn in here, which is pretty much, for me, the neckline of this big head and shoulders here. And I just want to highlight where I'm picking it off. So you can see there's an inside tail, okay? And then we have a swing high here. And I don't think there was anything else now. So there's basically two areas here of where we've got a level on. The fact for me, though, is that that level has been tagged. Okay, so I'm just adding in this daily level, which is this swing high. It's also this swing high. It is this swing low. And I don't think there's anything in this congestion area. No, not really. Okay, so those are two levels that we need to pay attention to, and I'll give you the actual value shortly. I just want to get my third level in. So my third level at this stage is going to be this trend line to the downside here. Okay, so it's this low to that low. I don't see another fractal on the daily at this stage. Okay, so let's just do that. And I'm going to work with a 3 hour at the moment. So you can see when I say we've tagged it already, we tagged it here, and then we tagged it some time ago over here. Okay, so we've kind of tagged it once, twice, 3 times with a 10. That wasn't correct data, so it's 3 times, and we're now heading for a 4th time. So normally when we've got that many touches of a level, I tend to look at the next level. Okay, so we have 25,179, 25,110. Those are the two areas that we need to pay attention to for buyers that may step in. Okay, oscillators are grouping nicely to the downside as well. We don't have diversions here, so there's nothing indicating buyers are coming in. This is just indicating the selling pressure is pretty strong. Now, there is something, and I pointed this out yesterday, is we could very well be looking at that kind of thing. So there's my first move down, pullback, second move. Okay, and you can see that lines up pretty nicely with 25,110. Okay, so I think that's still the medium-term target, is this 25,110. My concern is if we do break below the swing low here of 25,200, then to me that's the head and shoulders breakthrough, and it's also on the 3 hour here. It is basically a cup and handle situation as well. So that is just a bit of a worry for me, which basically means that there should be more of a move to the downside. However, look at our oscillators, look at the diversions here. Okay, we're coming up to a level. We're just short of a major level at the moment, which is 25 to 45. Okay, and then we've got 3 other levels here. Well, 2 other levels, sorry. So even if we do get through 25 to 45, it's going to take a bit of effort to get through there. I think this diagonal will definitely hold up price 25,181, and ultimately 25,110 is the area that I'm looking for. Between 120 and 110 is something that I'd be looking to get in long at the moment. Okay, so this grouping at the downside here on the hour is telling us a story. Right, what we do want to do though is we did break below the swing low here. So you would expect some kind of a bounce up, but I don't think it would just bounce that far. It would probably bounce back to this little range that was formed at the close last night. Oh, or alternatively, just straight up into gap close. But I think things are looking a little bit tired. It's looking like an area that you want to be looking for longs. But again, not really looking for those longs early in the morning. Wait for the European session to see what happens. So what you may find is you may have a meander up and then another move to the downside. Okay. So that's sort of what, you see there's my, so I just want to get the inside level that's most logical. It's more than likely that one there. Yeah, okay. So there's my swing low there, and you can see that's the nearest thing that's going to hold us up. The very next one is going to be all the way back up here. Okay, now there's one thing to just bear in mind. The US bond market was pretty much, let's not say destroyed, but the buyers were stepping into it quite aggressively yesterday. And normally when buyers start buying US bonds, they're looking at it as a safe haven, and they're getting out of the stock market. Okay, which is why we had this sudden fall. Okay, so yeah, so I think for me, the short story is still looking for shorts. This was a nice little ride to the downside. Everything worked out beautifully, although the advice waiting for the US Open was correct, because you had this aggressive move to the upside here. Look at this, this aggressive move here, and then you had an inside bar, and that was your cue, because we rejected this bar pretty convincingly, or the previous high. Okay, so yeah, so I think for me at the moment, still looking for shorts, not from this area, looking for a move to the upside, and definitely watching these levels for any form of bullish price action. Okay, so the first one is 25 to 45. I do suspect we bounce a little bit off there, but I have a feeling we may that may be taken out. Okay, and then heading down to 25 180. If we get through 25 180, 25 110, 25 115, between those two, you're expecting some buyers to step in. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. Just want to pop down the 12 minutes. Just to highlight, I mean, we had, you can see the diversion on the 12 minutes here, indicating that something's coming up, double bottom. And then if I just do this, there's my double bottom. And the break above that gave us a measured move to the top of the day. Okay, so just showing you that price action is key, especially when you're on these lower time frames like this. And you can see the warnings. You can see here's the warnings again, warning, warning, and then the market opens and we basically continue to the downside. Okay. Right, just want to move this down there. And basically, let's move everything across for you. So basically what we're looking at right now is we do have a consolidation here on the 12 minutes at the moment. A break below that would obviously give us a lower target. There's not something that I want to chase right now. Definitely don't. I actually, looking at this now, if I was short, I'd get out. But I basically got out on this level here, right? As we tag this level, I got out. Okay. So this is looking like a bit of consolidation, but whether there's consolidation for another leg down or whether there's consolidation for a move up, it's difficult to tell at the moment. So again, probably going to wait through the European session to see what happens, and then look to get in pretty much probably about an hour after the US markets first open. Okay, so let that first hour of trading happen, and then I'll be looking for a direction. But my bias at the moment is telling me I need to start looking, or my gut is telling me I need to start looking for the longs. We are coming up to some major levels here, and somewhere along the line here, I do suspect buyers step in. It may be short-lived, or it may hold. So you've basically got a 40% chance that it's gonna turn. But the nice thing about it is you can have a very low risk to sort of a high risk to reward. So your risk is low, but your reward is high if it does turn, because the turns can be pretty violent. Okay, so just bear in mind it may be wrong. You may want to wait for confirmation and then only trade with the direction of the confirmation, or you may look to try and get in with a small position off one of these levels here. And to be quite honest, the distance between the levels 160, so your 200-point stop loss basically. But I'd definitely wait for much later in the day to see what happens. At the moment, we're not at a level. We want to be there, so we want to be either at 25 to 45, 25 180, or 25 110 to 115, somewhere around there. Okay, those are levels we're looking to get into this market, and then see what happens from there. Wherever you get in, just keep a very tight stop. Probably even 30 to 40 points will work. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Let's see if we get further consolidation or we get a breakthrough. Sorry, if we do get a breakthrough of these levels. So what I'd be looking for here is I want a breakthrough. Then I'm looking for a bounce back up to come and test that breakthrough before I commit again to a short. Okay, so for me right now, we're at levels. I'm expecting a buy-in. If we do bounce back up to this area of 25 370 area, 25 400, 370, somewhere around there, and we start forming some bearish price action, that would be a reason to be short. Okay, so I don't want to be short down here, I want to be short up here, unless I break through and then come back to do the retest. Okay, here we go, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I will catch you guys later. Cheers for now.